Crowley, Aleister by Doreen Valiente. Aleister Crowley earns a place in witchcraft, not because he was a witch, but because he was not. This, of course, does not stop Crowley's name being dragged into every Sunday newspaper's latest exposure of witchcraft and black magic. They seldom know the difference. But perhaps if a brief sketch of Crowley's life is given here, it may help to a better understanding of what this very remarkable man really stood for. Crowley was a pagan, a poet, a mountaineer, a magician, and a prophet. He was also a world traveler and an all-too-daring explorer of the dangerous inner world of hallucinatory drugs. But the magic he practiced, or magic, as he preferred to call it, was the Kabbalistic magic taught by the Order of the Golden Dawn, the famous occult brotherhood which claimed descent from the original Rosicrucians. In Crowley's eyes, at any rate, it was very definitely white magic, and it was not witchcraft of any description. As a matter of fact, Crowley was rather afraid of witchcraft, judging from some of the references to it in his works. This was probably because he recognized the strong feminine influence in witchcraft, and Crowley distrusted and professed to despise women. There was a pronounced homosexual bias in his nature, and his deepest and most significant relationships were with men. As a poet, Crowley has never yet received the recognition he deserves. Like Oscar Wilde, his love of shocking the smug bourgeoisie rebounded upon him, to rob his work of the praise it merited. Today, however, in more broad-minded times, more and more of Crowley's books are being reprinted and made available, so that people can appreciate his strange genius for themselves, instead of only being able to read shocked, and usually inaccurate, accounts of how wicked he was. For such a flamboyant character, Crowley had a surprising home background. He was the son of two devout members of the Plymouth Brethren sect, a wealthy brewer called Edward Crowley and his wife Emily. They lived at Leamington Spa, Warwickshire, in the utmost Victorian respectability, and there Aleister Crowley was born, on 1-2th October 1st 875. Perhaps they were rather too devout and respectable. Their talented little son was stifled and suffered in an atmosphere of narrow-minded creedalism, and when he rebelled, his mother told him that he was as bad as the great beast in the Book of Revelations. This seems to have stuck in Crowley's mind, because when he became a man he took the title of the Great Beast, even to the extent of having it printed on his visiting cards. His whole life was a revolt against his parents and everything they stood for. They must have made him very unhappy, no doubt, with the best of intentions. Crowley inherited a substantial fortune from his father. He went to Trinity College, Cambridge, and having utterly rejected his parents' religion, he became interested in the occult.